Hello, guys, it's your girl, Sophia, aka Sophie, back on Sophia's Football Talk. And today we're doing a little bit of a short match reaction highlights of the game that just went right now. That was against, Fulham against Liverpool, which ended in a 2-2 in a draw. Ain't that interesting? I mean, I am personally happy about that. So your sister is not going to be complaining. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that in particular. So we happy about that or whatever. But we're just going to be talking about basically what happened through the game and whatnot. So if you're just tuning in, I would love it if you could, of course, subscribe to my channel as we're slowly but surely growing on this platform. Let me do this. Growing on this platform, but also give it, of course, a big thumbs up as it does help to get my video pushed out there for the masses. You know what I'm saying? Before we talk about the match highlights of the game, this is my FBL league code. So join, it's for everybody. And here's my TikTok and Instagram, Sophia's Football Talk. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the game ended in 2-2. We had basically two goals by Mitrovic. That guy, he's been ripping it off when it comes to, the championship and whatnot, right? But whenever he comes back to the Premier League, Fulham comes back and whatnot, he does kind of, in many ways, not sit back, but just he doesn't really showcase his full potential. Sorry if that makes sense. But having two goals against Liverpool in the first game of the season for both teams is pretty good. And I can only assume that for Liverpool, this has to be definitely, probably very disappointing getting a draw. I did write some notes while I was watching the game, so we're going to talk about it. And when we're done with the stream, we definitely need to, of course, I will be watching the other games and also doing like a match reaction for the Tottenham Southampton game, but also match reaction for the Everton and Chelsea game. So. Okay, so Fulham did start off very fresh. You know, definitely I felt like they're very good in the first half, and that's basically when the first goal came. Um, Fulham had a very good attack, amazing cross, and a great header from Mitrovic. But up until that first goal from Fulham, I felt like Liverpool did seem a little rattled, if I can be honest. Also, this was Andreas Pereira's first Fulham Premier League debut. Like he used to be one of our Man United players, been there for so many years. We often call him like, preseason Messi. Like he always turns up for the preseason, but whenever the actual season starts, Andres Pereira is nowhere to be found. So I was definitely having an extra look at him during this whole match, and he had a very nice cameo. He whipped in some good crosses. There was definitely a lot of moments where Fulham was in the attack, and Andres Pereira could have definitely whipped in some better crosses or a better assist. So he feel like, or I mean, a better pass. He definitely needs to work on that part of his game way more. But he has it in him. I feel like he has a potential. I just felt like he could not really flourish or be good for Man United. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be good in any other team or a team that's lower down the table, you know, which I feel like he can particularly be, you know. Just have to check if the video looks good. So yeah, that's kind of definitely a good thing about that. We did also see a Nunez debut. Darwin Nunez did get his Premier League debut and also scored. I felt like when he came, especially in the second half, it definitely changed the game a lot for Liverpool. That's when, you know, Liverpool seemed a lot more confident, they seemed a lot more fluent, and Nunez making those important runs. He always just knows where to be. And whenever Liverpool was in the attack, you kind of felt like, oh, something's going to happen now, you know? Um, but at the end of the day, it still ended in a draw. Very good for Fulham, maybe not possibly that good for Liverpool because, when you think about getting that Premier League trophy or whatnot, like certain games, you definitely are expected to win. Like certain games, if you lose a point here and there, that might actually deprive you from actually getting that Premier League trophy. Like remember last season, it was 1 point between Man City and Liverpool. So games like this can actually make a difference when you try to add up all the points at the end. And maybe I'm putting too much pressure right now. Like it's just the beginning, it's just first game. We don't even know how Man City will play against West Ham tomorrow. They might get a draw. You never know. I think they're going to win, but you never know. And Salah did also score. He did get an assist for the Nunez goal as well. So Salah definitely. I felt like up until the Nunez goal, which was like I think he might have been in the 72 minute or something like that. I assume, or late 70 minutes, I felt like I didn't really see um, Salah at all. But after Nunez came in, definitely you saw more to Mohamed Salah 100%, in my opinion. At this point, I'm probably thinking, why was he not in my fantasy team? I probably should have picked him. Yeah, it is what it is. Next time, maybe. And Mitrovic, okay, so the two goals by Mitrovic. The first one was a header, very good goal, by the way. And the second was actually a penalty, which, yes, Virgil van Dijk messed up completely. Um, and Fulham was rewarded a penalty. Mitrovic, did he miss? No, he did not. I like Mitrovic. I hope that he will succeed during this Premier League. I really want him to see. I really want him to be at another Premier League club for sure. Maybe higher up the table. I feel like he can really flourish. But, he's definitely carrying this Fulham team for sure. But they did play good as a team. I was very surprised and positively surprised, you can say, of how Mitrovic was definitely a lot more like he had some defensive part to his play as well. Very defensive, but good. Very much of a team player. He tracked back a lot whenever Liverpool was on it, on the attack. And Mitrovic was there to help out his teammates, which was definitely very successful for sure. Man of the match, of course, Mitrovic, 100%. He deserves that. He was wonderful. And second option, you might possibly say Darwin Nunez. He didn't have that many minutes, but he did definitely change the game for sure. But my man of the match is Alexander Mitrovic, 100%. If you are just tuning in, let me know what you thought about the Fulham Liverpool game. If you are a Liverpool supporter, were you particularly happy with the draw? Is it not a big deal for you? What are your thoughts? And what did you think about Darwin Nunez's debut? I think it was really good. I also know that Fabio Carvalho came in a little bit later in the second half, seemed okay. Um, but Darwin Nunez, I feel like it will definitely be a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, watch out for him because I think there's something there with that player. 100%. It's just something interesting with him, and yeah, yeah. So what else do we have? I did write some more notes. Da-da-da-da. Ooh, we have a comment here by great subscriber, always supporting. Hope you're doing well, Luke B. Luke B is asking me, how you do, Sophia? Enjoy the game? What games are you watching today? Great question, Luke B. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good as well. So far I've been watching, the Fulham Liverpool game. we're going to be here on this live for at least 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to get ready to watch the Tottenham Southampton game, and I'll come right back after that video. I mean, after that game, and we're going to be doing a match highlights reaction for that game as well. And then I will be watching the Everton versus Chelsea game. Then we'll do a I've just not decided that I wanted to. I've decided not to do a watch along today because I'm gonna be doing watch along for Man United tomorrow. But if they're, you know, I just felt like it could be a good thing to just do like very short match highlights. So that's gonna also be happening for the Everton and Chelsea game at the end. So today will be a lot of videos for you guys, but I have time. Why not? So that's kind of the agenda for me today and for this YouTube channel. Once again, if you guys are, you know, playing Fantasy Premier League, I do have my own league, and everybody's welcome to participate and whatnot. But yeah, Anthony T. Park, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well, mate. I feel like Liverpool will likely revolve around Nunez. The injuries kind of affected Liverpool negatively during this game. You know what? I see it, Anthony. I see it. I felt like Liverpool definitely is trying to integrate Darwin Nunez a lot more to their system. For sure they lost Mane, so they have to. Um, Although they're definitely more so finally having like a proper number 9, but I still feel like the loss of Mane is definitely huge in my opinion. Regardless, I don't think a lot of people are actually talking about how important Sadio Mane was for that Liverpool side. So it might be a lot of pressure for Darwin Nunez, but so far the minutes that I've seen of him in this Fulham versus Liverpool game, not gonna lie, it was very good. He had a lot of chances though. Yes, he got a goal. He definitely could have got probably some more goals in for this game for sure. I would not have been surprised if he would have gotten away with the hat trick today. That's how present and much he was contributing to this game for sure. But yeah, injuries might, of course, negatively affect a lot of teams, regardless. Um, but yeah, Liverpool, it's the first game. Like for instance, City, they always have a bad start, but then they finish strong. So I'm not going to judge a team right now and be like, oh my God, Liverpool, yes, they're missing out on the league again. Although I do still think that Man City will win the league, in my opinion, regardless. But you never know. You never know. And now we do have, like I've been saying before, we have 5 substitutions. So teams can benefit from that, especially the bigger teams that has a bigger and better squad can definitely benefit from that. So yeah. Luke B says, I've got Mitrovic in my FPL. I joined your league as well. I'm terrible at it though. Don't you worry, mate. Thanks for joining, by the way. Um, like I'm not that good either, so I'm not gonna say anything. But the thing is, you can always have a bad start. Suddenly, there might be, a player that you didn't think was gonna do that well. Suddenly, have, he's rocking on that particular game. You never actually know. So, um, I just felt like I definitely messed up. Maybe no, I definitely did with having Jesus as my captain for Fantasy Premier League. But we'll talk more about that in a Fantasy Premier League, roundup for next week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, but what do you guys think? Who were your man of the match? Like I said, my man of the match was 100% Mitrovic for sure. He had, I was about to say stinker. No, no, no. He was amazing in that game. So Mitrovic, I hope that he can really prove himself for this Premier League season. I hope Fulham stays up, although I did predict that they probably will get relegated. And if they do get relegated, Mitrovic, don't go back right back to the championship. Stay here. Go to another club. Be in the Premier League. I feel like he's good enough. I do. But let me know, guys, for the few more seconds we'll be here, and then we'll just end this stream, and you'll see this face again in a few hours, of course, for the Tottenham versus Southampton recap, and of course, again for the Everton Chelsea recap as well. But yeah, let me know who were your man of the match for the Fulham versus Liverpool game. Let me know. And before you guys leave, remember to, of course, subscribe to this channel. We're making lots of content. We're growing slowly but steady. And give this video a big thumbs up, of course, as it helps your sister grow even more. But yeah, um, that's that actually. So yeah, to give a little bit of a quick recap again. So it ended in a draw. Two goals by Mitrovic, a goal for Nunez on his debut, and a goal by Mohamed Salah. Of course, Mohamed Salah also did have a an assist. So a good game for all of them, indeed. Mitrovic did get a penalty, so one of the goals was a penalty, but wonderful regardless. Anthony T. says Mitrovic, and he needs at least a top 8 club. Oh, I completely agree. He needs to move up. He needs to get away from Championship, move to a Premier League club, mid Premier League table, for instance. I think that could be good. I think that should be the next step. I think it might be too early to say like a top 4 club, in my opinion, you know, but like top 8, I think that can be the threshold here, in my opinion. Sorry. Luke B also says Mitrovic for sure, man of the match. Yes, yes, I agree. It utterly yes. Okay, guys, we're gonna end it with that. It's been a nice stream. Thank you guys for joining and for participating. God, I cannot speak, and for participating in the chat, liking this video, subscribing, and whatnot. I'll remind you one more time, this is my FPL League, and there's the code. Everybody can join. I also do have the direct link to my FPL League, the SFT League for the Fantasy Premier League, right down in the description on this video. So click on it and join. And maybe you'll end up probably winning my own league. So far, you know, it's only been 2 games, but it is what it is. So I'll see you guys later for the Tottenham versus Southampton recap, and of course the Everton and Chelsea recap as well. Have a lovely day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are, my peeps, and I'll see you guys later.